What's up? This is gonna be a video on how to play Sasori for whatever reason that you'd want to play this character. He is well, I guess it's just because you like Sasori. That's the only reason I'd say you ever want to be playing him in this game. But he's not a very good character, and he is either the second worst or the worst puppet in the game. He has a lot of problems, but he has some things you can learn about him too. I mean, he has combos. I mean, they're really nothing special. Not a whole lot to learn about him. It's a pretty comfortable character to play though. It gives you time to think. Yeah, so first we're just gonna go over probably just first off like how to even do his combos. And like all you really can do when you even land a combo, because first off, you're probably not gonna like, well, it really depends I guess at what level you're even playing, but mainly you're not gonna be landing his combos a whole lot, because, well, his combos just are not that good. They fall off a lot. Even like they fall off around the walls. They just fall off. That is the puppet life. They fall off. But his damage, his damage isn't the worst, but it's not the best. But anyway, really the only cancel route you have for anything that he does is your up combo infinite. Used to have a down combo infinite, but they absolutely ruined it in this game. And it used to be right there, but they ruined it to where it became a multi-hit, and they used to have more stun on it. So yeah, you can't even do anything after that. You can do like a down combo tag. Or sorry, my controller's fucking fucked up, dude. Oh, armor break. All right. Well, anyway, like I don't know why you'd be doing that combo anyway, like out of all of them, but you can do a 3-hit into a tag. You can do that. That's like the best point in any of his combos to ever do a tag. It's 3 hits. Or, I mean, you can do it right there. You can do it on the second hit, you can do it on the third hit, but can't really do it anywhere else. I mean, you can also do it. So we'll learn the infinite combo, but it's like it falls off, and it's not like a true infinite because they can just get out of it. But it is like the only thing he has. I mean, pretty much for like a combo ultimate. But you just do it right there. See, it falls off. Like, you have to be really fast. It's not even that good. It's like terrible. You have to pretty much do it in place, or just like be really fast. You have to fucking rev cancel it because it's so bad. And that just, you rev cancel it, it just does like less damage. It's like character doesn't have a whole lot going for it. This is I mean, like every puppet besides Concro, you're always on the defensive. Yeah, I mean, you can be offensive with this character, but it's like pseudo offense. It's not a thing, because like majority of the time all you're gonna do is dash at people. Make sure you do a charge dash too. Whenever you dash at people with this character, it's better to charge dash with them because you have stun whenever you do it. Like if they're above the ground, they're stunned into the air, and you're pretty much always just gonna do a grab and see, look, it fall, like it goes past them, dude. But you're just gonna do a grab, and the things you can do, well, you get a strike back, you can jump, do an air combo. You know, that's basic stuff. Air combo is also the only other decent thing about this character. You're gonna be using it a lot. But let's turn off. Oh man, that's too bad. Let me just restart so I don't have the storm gauge. But once you like, you need a strike back with this character. Like if you don't have strike back, then you're just losing out on the only actually confirmed damage that you're gonna get with this character because he's so inconsistent. But you have a couple things that you can do after a grab. You can tilt. You can do a jutsu. That's like pretty much it. Like yeah. But I mean, I guess at least it's something, I suppose. But you know, do air jutsu. You can do ground jutsu. but most people just like doing air jutsu more. Pretty sure they do like the same amount of damage. Yeah. And then you can do a tilt. Most people don't know how to sub the tilt. Most people don't know that you can directionally sub, but you just tilt them immediately after, and it'll hit. And if they try to sub it, a lot of people don't understand that like they'll get hit back into it, like they'll waste sub, or like maybe it'll kill them. But you can actually like whenever that happens, like whenever I tilt, they can just sub block immediately. If they sub block, unless it's armor break, then it's gonna hit because armor break is 100% confirmed damage whenever the frame goes off. But that's all he can do in that. When you get a strike back, though, I mean, like when you get a strike back, you can basically do the same thing without the tilt. I mean, there's really the tilt is what you do if you can't do a jutsu, pretty much, like, or if you just don't want to use chakra, I guess, but. Or make them sub. Like it really doesn't do much because poison in this game is pretty underwhelming. Does like no damage, but I mean, it's still there, I guess. His neutral combo doesn't have much going for it. Like it falls off a lot. Sometimes it can hit like their supports if they call them out. If the iron triangle, or sorry, fucking. Yeah, like the iron triangle comes out and it hits them all. Or pyramid, sorry. But, yeah, you're pretty much only ever going to be doing, an up combo with this character. If you don't trust in doing the up combo into a, ultimate, because it's not consistent, if you're fast enough, you can do, like, 2 hits, 3 hits into an ult, but you have to be really fast. Yeah, you have to ref cancel it, basically. And it's like, I mean, he's always had that, but yeah, he's the only character that can do it though. He's the only puppet that can do this type of stuff. PTS Conqueror can do it on like a down combo, but it's inconsistent as well. It's just, yeah. There's another ref cancel on the second hit. Let's see. You can probably, yeah. Oh, I don't know if it'll hit. Actually, let's see. Yeah, like he could have blocked right there, or he could have ninja moved and just like probably dodged it. I mean, you can do that, but normally you can do 3 hits into a grab right there, and even though like they can block it, they want enough time to like react to it. So you can do that most of the time, unless they're like probably Sage Madara or any character with very good ninja movement that's like fast. But like, you know, basic shit. Up combo into a grab right there. Into air jutsu. Basic stuff. Like, yeah, just not much. 3 hit into a tag. Up combo into an ult. That was a ref cancel, so it's gonna do less damage. But really, what's your I mean, I'll go over supports in a second, but just know that you're just waiting for the person to come in with this character. If you intend on not switching, which I highly advise for you to not play like that, I advise for you to switch with puppets because they are the worst characters in the game without switching, and even still with switching. There's only so much you can save yourself with these characters. But with switching, a lot of people are not used to the playstyle of puppets with switching because, well, quite frankly, the community just hates puppets because it makes them use their brain, and people don't like using their brain on this game. They hate it. But let's see, that's pretty much all you got for combos. The combos are like really not. Like, you're not going to be hitting combos a lot. You will probably be using your air combo the most. And, air combo is like, yeah, I mean, it's not the worst. It falls off, but at least it has a decent hitbox, I guess. But, a good way to apply pressure is if, let's see. So if I get a strike back, right, and I get ready, I jump and do an air combo on them, and if I think they're gonna sub immediately on the first hit, then Then right after that, you're gonna do a one. You're gonna do the first step of the air combo. You're gonna dash, and they'll probably sub right behind you or near you. And if you're fast enough, you'll clash with their dash, or in general, you'll just dash them, and you can do another grab. That's usually what you can do, or you can just do another air combo. Because when you get air combo with Saucer, you kind of just want to keep the momentum of that even going. Because like it's the only place that he even has like not even an advantage. See, like the hitbox isn't good. You really gotta time it. See, but if they were to sub right there, then you would just dash again and you would grab, or you would start comboing again. But you want to try to like that's probably the most damage you're gonna get. That is like for a short amount of time with Sasori, because really playing this character, you're just waiting for the other person to make all the mistakes getting through your defense. But if you're switching with puppets, then it makes it that much easier to punish them. And I mean, there's some combos you can do with like puppets, but you need certain characters to where you even have the leader switch stun. So I mean, you can do some basic shit like this, which is just a air tilt out of a switch mid-air. Every puppet can do it. Conqueror is the best at it. Sasori is the second best. Or maybe Chio, but Sasori's their tilts are meant for different things. It's really simple though. All you do is when you're in midair with a regular character, you just switch in midair and you just do the input of a tilt, and it's like really simple. So I mean, you can do anything. You can do that. You can do a dash. It's not that good with Sasori though. I don't find like you really don't use it that much. You definitely use it a lot more on Conqueror, because with it's actually good with Conqueror. It's really good. But yeah, you can do a dash. Do that. And I like to use characters that have where they jump up. If they jump up in the air at any point in their combo, you can like leader switch in the air. And if they're stunned long enough, then you can do like it's pretty much honestly just fancy shit. It's like it's really nothing that's good at all. I mean, maybe it could be, but it's still not much. Like the damage right there, damage is okay. I guess it's still something though. It's alright, I guess. It's a little tip, I suppose. A lot of people don't know about it. A lot of people don't even know how to utilize air tilts with puppets correctly. It is a hidden, I would say a hidden skill that not many people know how to deal with, only against Conqueror. Anybody else, it's really not that good with. With Sasori, you could probably pull it off a couple times in mid game, and then if you're fighting someone with a brain, which you're probably not, but if you are fighting someone with a brain, they'll probably adjust to it and not get hit by it much, assuming they have a brain. But let's see, your jutsu. Your majority of the time, don't ever raw dog the jutsu in someone's face. It has like too much end lag on it. You're gonna be using the air version of the jutsu a lot more than the ground version. Because you're not minus. You're not minus on frames as much. And yeah. But basically, the only time you're ever gonna use your jutsu is if from a grab, air jutsu, ground jutsu, or you put your puppet across the map. Because one of the only strengths of Sasori is that you play obviously a different type of game from normal characters. You make them run to you, and you want to have your puppet behind them, because Sasori's puppet is the best puppet in the game from an opposite angle of where you are in the opponent. And the only things you throw out is shuriken, chakra shuriken. His shuriken, chakra shuriken, I mean, they're not good, but if you throw them out a lot and someone's coming to hit you, it'll stop them. I mean, it's something to just make the game go longer. Because the longer the game goes on, the more of a chance you have of actually winning. That's pretty much how it goes. But just put your puppet like really far if you want. Have another angle from throwing your jutsu, but it can be dodged. It's not that good anymore at tracking. It's not as good as it used to be in the previous games. What else? Well, your tilt is it is definitely not, that whole character is just a downgrade of what it used to be. But certain characters' combos have gaps to where you can actually get in a tilt with Sasori. Uh, I'm probably not specifically gonna go through that because I don't have another person to help me with that. I don't have another controller either, unfortunately. But basically, the tilt, it's not the slowest, it's not the fastest. You can use it for some things. You can even if you like, it doesn't work most of the time. It's inconsistent, but you can do the first part of your tilt into a grab, but that is entirely RNG. It's random, so it's not always gonna work, and it's pretty much just some flashy stuff. See, it's like, yeah, I'll probably not hit it. Yeah, I hit it, okay, but not much you can do about that. And I mean, that's the puppet life, man. But I guess it's a neat little trick. But using your tilt, you know, if you mix it in, it's not the worst thing. I mean, he has it. It's one of his only decent tools that he has. His grab is the main grab, tilt, air combo is the main thing you're gonna be using on this character. Like pretty much just 3 tools, and your jutsu for only like certain scenarios. But your grab is your best friend, and unfortunately, his grab is like, it's only good whenever you clash dashes with someone else, and that's when it is the strongest. But if you're just dashing someone, and they're just letting themselves get dashed, majority of the cast in the game can literally just hold the block button, move their left stick, and they'll dodge it. It's garbage. Sometimes though, it'll work. Like I said, that's why you want to do a charge dash, because if they're in midair and if it catches them, they'll be stunned and then they'll get hit by the grab. But you'll notice a lot of times when you are doing that, the grab will just go past them. It'll go past them, it'll go some other direction, and it won't hit them. It's inconsistent. This character is just inconsistent, as is every puppet, unfortunately. And people still find a way to fucking complain about them. Let's see. That's pretty much everything. His ninja items, these are not the default ones because I picked a better ninja item set. I picked a different character, picked last Naruto that get a better set. But he just has a poison tag. You can use that to, I guess, semi get lead or make them, if you hit someone with a poison tag, they have to switch out. It's not that good. You really just want to save it for like maybe in your combo. That's all you can really do. Not much. He has a bomb. And he has like 3 defense up pills. Yeah, 2 on the bottom, 1 on the up. But yeah, now we'll go to supports. We'll switch to supports now and talk about that. I guess I could have gone over his awakening. I guess it's really not much. It is a very underwhelming awakening. It's pretty bad. It's very bad, actually. I'll quickly go over it, I guess. Forgot to even talk about it. That's how bad it is. But, I mean, sometimes, only because of one tool, I guess you can catch someone off guard with his awakening. It's literally just the jutsu. It's like, yeah, it's not the most terrible thing in the game, but it's like, it's below mid tier. Like, it's garbage. It's not good at all. Alright. So your combos in Awakening, this little fire string, it is a lot of people don't know about it, but if you're blocking it on the second hit, you can ninja move and counter in the middle of it. And a lot of people I guess, don't know about it for some reason. But air combo, it's terrible. Air combo is terrible. I like this character is terrible. The only reason you're gonna even go into, like, if you triple awakening, you're obviously gonna, hopefully, I hope you're using a character that has a better awakening than him on your team. But the only thing you're gonna throw out is, you know, maybe your pads, your left and right D-pad. You know, I mean, it's just something to throw out in neutral to like stop them from hitting you. It's not much, but the only thing you can even throw out that is a threat on this character is your jutsu. It does a lot of damage after armor break. It does a lot. And you know, poisons, that's nice. Your shuriken, your chakra shuriken. I mean, they track really well. That's about it. They don't really do much damage. I guess you can just throw these out. Throw these out from far away. Do a jutsu switch. Whenever you use his jutsu, though, you wanna make sure you switch out of it, because you're like sitting there throwing it out. So you want to throw it out, and then you want to be safe. That's really it, though. Like the awakening, don't think that you're gonna awaken with just this character and make like a game changer, because 9 times out of 10 that is not gonna happen at all. Like, you know, the jutsu does great damage, but and it has a good turning rate actually. His ninja move in awakening, from left to right, it's pretty bad, pretty bad. The only one that's good is from the back, where he's going backwards. He's pretty good speed at which he's running away, but his tilt's fucking terrible too. No point to ever use it. It's just, yeah, you just jutsu with this. That's it. Don't do anything else. Do anything else, you're trolling. That's the same with Conqueror's Awakening as well. You just control Sasori and he's a puppet. The same thing applies. You can still counter on the second hit. When you're comboing, you just throw out the jutsu. That's it. It's terrible awakening. It's terrible, terrible. But now we'll go to supports and what you should be picking on this character. Obviously, you want to pick high tier characters. You want to pick, I mean, they're high tier for a reason. But when you're playing puppets, since puppets are very underwhelming in this game and they have a lot of weaknesses, you want to be switching with them, or you want to get to the point. The goal should be that you want to get so good at switching and playing with normal characters as well as puppets to where you mix together the gameplay to cover as much of their weaknesses as you can. But you always want to have a strike back on Sasori. Like, you have to. If you don't, then you're gonna find yourself, it's very hard. You're gonna play people that are gonna have health lead and you have no way of catching them. You already don't have a good way of catching them even with a strike back. But if you hit them with a grab, that's a strike back. Or if like one of your jutsus hit them from a support, strike back. And that gives you an opportunity to do confirmed damage. It's not inconsistent damage, it's confirmed damage. You need confirmed damage on this character because he is so inconsistent. But you need a strike back, and you'll notice that I have Last Naruto with this character a lot. It's because Last Naruto and this character go very well together. Same with Pain. Pain and puppets are like best friends. It is the support you cannot go wrong with. He's just there to he's there to bail you out, and he's a strike back, so obviously you want that. But all these teams, keep in mind the best team to use. If you're not gonna be switching with this character, then you want to pick supports that have obviously very strong jutsus, or ones that are just really good at bailing you out. But those characters also happen to be ones that you want to switch in with, and so you can mix in the gameplay and actually get more out of than just using Sasori alone. If you're gonna be not switching though, you should probably be using like this team. You should be using Sasori, Last Naruto, Last Sasuke, or like Pain, Kakuzu, because this is like an old standard. This is an old team in the previous games that you would use to protect yourself if you weren't using other teams. But it's a different game, different way to play those characters. But this team still applies. This team is very good with switching or without switching. Obviously better with switching. All of these teams are infinitely better with switching. There is no team in the game with puppets that is better without switching. You have to switch to show the true potential of these characters. But if you want, you can even go like double strike back if you really want to be that aggressive. but obviously you're gonna probably need to be switching a lot to even get that opportunity to do that damage. Uh, but really, this also comes down to a playstyle. These are the supports that I mostly like to play with puppets. Or I don't play Sasori anymore, but when I did, or if I still did, I would pick something very strong to cover his weaknesses. Stuff like Sage Madara, Last Naruto, Last Sasuke, Danzo. Kage is different. You have to know how to play this character uh, as a standalone before you even touch puppets, and that comes with just time. You have to. It's like incorporating two different characters' playstyles with each other, and it still doesn't mix that well. But there's still some stuff you can do with these two characters. It's not obviously as strong as certain other character matchups, but the whole goal of this is to pair strong characters with a bad character to make up for his weaknesses. Um, Personally, though, I really like playing with. It's well, your best option is you want to have a support that protects you in a small area like up close, and then you want to have one that shoots out a projectile from long range, or that in the neutral that will protect you and give you leisure time to move your puppet and adjust and like just give you time to think, because you're gonna need time to think when you're playing these characters, because people are, when you're playing people, they're gonna be in your face, they're gonna be trying to oppress you, and it just comes down to playing defense really well and having good switching. That's there's not a whole lot to it. I'm pretty picky with the supports that I play on this, because I only like ones that are consistent, because you don't want to pick inconsistent supports. You don't want you don't want any more inconsistency. You want something good. But there's plenty of supports I didn't pick that can go well with this character, but these are the ones you see on the presets. These are the ones that I just personally like a lot. Some people really like to use Mitsuki. Some people like. I used to use Killer Bee, but I just don't like him anymore. Killer Bee is good because if someone is really sub happy, they'll incorrectly sub into a situation to where if you're looking for a grab, it is a lot easier to hit that. Don't use Darui with any puppet. Reason why is because his jutsu, when it hits someone or clips someone, it resets their active frames to where if someone gets hit by his jutsu, and if I want to like dash them right after and do a combo, they are more likely to fall out of it and their frames just get reset, and it just does not mix well. That's really it. That's really about it. His jutsu is like it's pretty bad anyway. But people seem to like to use it with puppets, but bad misconception, do not use it with it. There's just better reasons. You can also pick obviously Hashirama's Shuriken Jutsu, and that's good. The only bad thing about that though is you don't really get a good item moveset. But a lot of people like to do that. Sometimes I do it. It's alright. It's not the best. This also comes down to learning the character specifically and mixing it in with gameplay of the puppets. This Sasuke is very good to pick with puppets, but you have to be good with the Sasuke in the first place. And then you obviously have to pick Infernal Fireball with him, and yeah, he's a great character. Good character to pick. Orochimaru is he's an okay one to pick as well. He covers pretty well against puppets. He's very annoying to fight against with puppets because he knocks them down consistently, and it's terrible to deal with. What else? What else can you use? Some people use Nagato. You can use Nagato because he hits multiple times. His hitbox is obviously smaller on the jutsu than Pain's, and he's not a strike back. But if you're picking Nagato on your team, you should be switching into him, because he's a very good character, and that's like, you can pair this character pretty much with anybody, and like it makes the team a lot better because you put Nagato on the team. Basic stuff. Some people use Datara for the cover fire. Datara, in my opinion, is like too underwhelming for that to play with puppets. There's just better stuff, but it comes down to playstyle. It truly comes down to that. This is just my advice. This is what I have found, in my opinion, is the best things to pick with this character is what you see on the presets. And that's really it. There's not much to it. Uh, you know, the other thing that you might be wondering is dash cuts. Can I pick a dash cut with Sasori? You can pick a dash cut with Sasori, but you have to pick a strike back, and it has to be a jutsu that since Choji defends you up close, you need a jutsu that is a projectile or that can block the neutral for you. Like can go very far distance and give you leisure time. Choji is already doing that. But and you have to make sure it has to be Road to Bordeaux Choji because his awakening on that version compared to the other Chojis is busted, and it's just another reason to pick the character to make the team stronger. I don't really ever use dash cuts on puppets though. Whenever I did play, if I did, then I feel like I could just be picking like any other team with a dash cut besides a puppet and doing better. But if you want to make your defense that much harder, you can most definitely win games with it. It is very annoying to fight against. But the way that people usually counter it is by picking stuff like Shisui, Infernal Fireball, and just constantly throwing it out throughout the game and destroying your camera angle. You know, that's pretty much what you're gonna deal with anyway when you're playing puppets. Because people can't use their brain, so they break your camera angle. You know, this is the worst game that puppets have ever been in. People still find ways to complain about them even though they are bad and they have all these weaknesses. Most of the people that complain about puppets to the core are the ones that are they don't know jack shit about the characters and they won't, they don't even play them. Seems the community that they like to do that a lot. But in this game, this is the weakest game, and the previous games they were much stronger. And the older games they were the best characters in the game. But now they're just a gimmick, and they're the only characters in the game that actually have to force you to play differently. Like it's not much different, but it's you have to approach the characters differently, like way more different than any other character. And I guess that's why it makes people mad because they have to use their brain. You see that I'm a very salty person about puppets in this game because people give them a terrible rep and people call them broken consistently. But that's pretty much it. Another support you can use is Fourth Kazekage. He's all right. He's up close defense, and someone who's sub happy, they're gonna sub a lot, and it might save you. This is also pretty good. You can also use Itachi Fireball. It's not the best. You can use it though. Make sure you have a strike back. You need a strike back. You always need a strike back with this character. But that's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot about this character to know. Not a whole lot of tech. I'm thinking if I missed anything with the character and his combos, like any hand tech. He doesn't have a whole lot. It just comes down to when you play other characters, you have to mix in the stuff you already, the tech, I guess, if you could even call it that, with Sasori, with those other characters. Like I said, it's much better with Kankuro. Kankuro's tricks are like much better, but Kankuro is still not insane. He has a few tools that make him very good in this game that people call him broken for, but they don't understand that it is still inconsistent. This character is not the best still, even though he has some good things about him. Maybe I'll make a tutorial on Kankuro. I don't know. He's not that hard, but he has the most tricks out of every every puppet. And he's basically the best puppet besides Chio and Awakening. Chio and Awakening has it's pretty disgusting if you mix it with other Awakenings. Kankuro is the most consistent puppet. Still not consistent. You're still gonna lose games because of that. But yeah, that's it. That's really all there is about this character. Not much to it. You're just gonna cover the weaknesses with good supports and switching. And yeah, talk to y'all later.